Well, hello there. We're going to be talking about Jagmeet Singh today. Jagmeet Singh, the leader of the Communist Party of the New Democrat Party of Canada. Jeez, I keep forgetting they changed their name from Communist Party. Wow. Oh well, let's continue. Let's watch this video and how he likes to think he knows what us Canadians want. Unbelievable, right?
Get their pays cut. People are angry that so many of the cracks exposed by this pandemic still have no solution, like in long-term care or in Indigenous communities where the lack of decent housing and clean drinking water mean that the pandemic has hit them harder. People are angry and scared that the climate crisis is threatening their homes and livelihoods with more extreme weather, like floods and fires. So we need to have a plan to respond to that. And we need to work together to deal with the issues facing Canadians.
Okay, let's just analyze what he just said. These people have been running on the same campaign for over 20 years. Fixing the Indigenous problems. More homes. And what you didn't see prior to all this, he was talking about healthcare. For over 20 years, our healthcare system has been going downhill because both the Liberals and Democrats don't care. They make problems so they can run on that for elections. So you'll vote for them because they're saying, we can fix this problem. When have they fixed it? They haven't fixed the housing crisis. They keep making it worse and worse. They haven't fixed any problems. What's going on here? Let's continue to watch.
We were sent here just 6 months ago, elected in a minority government to get to work for people. We need to meet the real anger and frustration that people are experiencing right now with a clear vision about how to make life better. This starts by addressing.
Okay, before we listen to his opinion on how to make life better, why don't we say what makes life better? Get rid of the mandates. 100% get rid of the mandates. We have to live with the COVID virus. Number 2, any extremist from both the right or the left should be condemned as terrorists. We got Antifa and BLM. They're too far gone. They cannot be saved. These are extremist terrorists. On the right, we have the neo-Nazis, KKK, but we don't really see them much. We've already declared them as terrorist organizations, hate groups. Why not do the same for the left groups, like the anti-freedom protesters? These far-left extremists, known as anti-freedom protesters, are getting violent. But why are they getting violent? It's because of Antifa being there, antagonizing, inciting the violence. If Antifa wasn't there, these anti-freedom protesters would be peaceful, protesting on the side of the street. But let's continue to listen to Jagmeet Singh and his delusions.
Addressing the things that have clearly gotten worse in this pandemic, like finding a place to call home. It is simply impossible for so many Canadians to be able to find a roof over their heads.
Why is it so hard to find a roof over your head? Could it be because the Liberal and Democrat parties in Canada allowed foreign homeowners to constantly buy up as much property as possible and hold on to it as investment property and not have anybody rent it out? Why aren't we doing the same as these countries that we see out there, like China? They won't allow us to buy constantly in their country all the property up. No, there's a certain amount you're allowed to do, if you are. We should be banning foreign homeowners permanently. That will fix our solution. Number 2, we need to stop mass immigration and only bring those in that we need. We need doctors. So doctors from India, Japan, China, wherever we can get them, we should get them. But unfortunately, Canada has a problem. We don't allow doctors from other countries to practice in our country because they didn't take our standards. Well, the Japanese doctors have higher standards. Why can't we allow them just to come over here and work? Ever think about that? There's other countries with higher standards than ours, and we can't allow their workers here? There are so many workers around the world that are professionals that we need here in Canada, and they can't come to Canada to work in that field because they didn't go to school in Canada or United States. How stupid is that? If it's just about the health and safety protocols, make a course directly for that. Don't make them go through a class that takes 5 to 10 years again. That is mentally insane. But this is what the Liberal government and the Democrats want you to do. Let's hear some more delusions from this guy and see how he wants to fix the problem. But he doesn't explain on how to fix it.
Find a home that's in their budget. That has to be fixed. Life is getting harder. People can't afford their groceries. They can't pay the bills. But it's not getting harder for everyone. The rich and powerful have gotten more rich and powerful.
Whoa. The rich and powerful. Yes, Mr. Jagmeet Singh. You are part of the rich and powerful. You are getting more rich and powerful. Take your tinfoil turban off. You dummy. You are the problem. You and all the other politicians. You don't care about us. You don't care about nothing. A politician should be taking a pay cut. If you are a politician, I don't give a shit what party you're in, and you have a leadership role, take a pay cut. Show you like us. Show you can be one of us. Stop being part of the problem. Stop being a part of the elites. You make how much money a year? Well, how about take a 20% cut? Because I guarantee that will pay 2 people's salaries for a year. You people are disgusting. All of you politicians. I can't believe it. If I was running as a politic, if I even got voted as mayor or anything else, I would be taking a huge pay cut. I would just pay myself $3,000 a month to do that job. Why? Because I know what it's like to have nothing. Because I know what it's like to be a person living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. I don't make much money. So why does Jagmeet Singh, who makes more money than we do, think he knows what we want? We want cheaper rent. We want cheaper houses to buy. There's ways to do it. We can fix this. No problem. There are some politicians out there that know how to fix it. Max Bernier, he's a good one. Pierre, he's another one. Oh, Candace, she can probably do it too. But Jagmeet Singh and Mr. Trudeau think these people are some far-right conspiracy theorists that don't know what they're doing. Well, I'm sorry, the far-left extremists, Jagmeet Singh and Trudeau, you guys need to take classes and learn how to treat people with respect. Because you're constantly name-calling, bullying, and you think that's how to fix a problem? I want to know, how is he going to fix the problem? He keeps saying, well, these are the problems we have. What are you going to address it, Jagmeet? When are you going to actually say, hey, this is what we're going to do to fix the problem? We never hear that from the politicians. Well, one of these days, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to make a video addressing problems and explaining on how we can fix them. But let's continue watching this. We're not going to watch the whole video.
Throughout this pandemic, we've seen their wealth increase. So we need to restore the promise to Canadians that we can all share in a good future. Canadians sent us here not even 6 months ago to work for them, to deliver the solutions they need. We are committed to that, and we need to be committed to getting us through the.
Canadians sent them. Yeah, Canadians, you, the people. And we are speaking. We are talking. We are yelling at the top of our lungs. Give us our freedom, our liberty, and our rights back. Take down the mandates. We want Justin Trudeau to step down. We freedom people don't want to overthrow the government. That is stupid. Why would we want to overthrow the government? We are not the far left extremists known as Antifa who are literally trying to overthrow the government, but are being protected by the government. That makes absolutely no sense. We live in opposite land? What the Seriously. I'm biting my tongue not to swear or say anything very rude about these people. But yeah, these pansies need to grow up on the left. Let's continue watching until we get to the French part, because I'm done with French.
Pandemic and rebuilding this country in a way that is good for everyone. That is what we have to do now, and that is all of us in this house. J'ai dit que...
Alright, we got to the French part. None of us want to listen to that, because who cares, right? Now, let's talk about that. How to fix the problem of the pandemic. If we get rid of the mandates, allow people to get back to work, we fix the problem. Also, we need to stop lying about the vaccine to people. Another thing is, every politician that has incited violence, like Mr. Trudeau, Dictator Trudeau, who has called the movement racist, white nationalist, white supremacist, and an insurrection. What else did he say? Well, we have indigenous people in this rally. We have black people in this rally. We have brown people in this rally. We have Asians in this rally. What we see majority on the anti-freedom side is white nationalists. 99% of these people are Caucasian. Have you not noticed that? Just like Antifa? Who are the real racists? The ones standing on the road, blocking traffic, holding up signs, calling the freedom fighters fascists, Nazis. That's the problem. These people, these far left freedom haters, are the problem. Remember, there's multiple sides to everything. It starts at center, left extremist terrorist, which Trudeau sits in, and same with Jagmeet Singh. Then we have center, right, and far right extremists. Well, in Canada, we don't have very many far right extremists. That's because we don't believe in that shit. We actually have more people that are center to right in Canada. Why is that? Because more people in Canada believe in the center way of life. But we do have quite a few extremists that cause the problems on the left. If we can get them away from the good people on the left, we can actually have a decent country. Because there are decent people that are both supporters of the NDP and Liberals and other left-wing parties, there are decent people on the right side. But the thing is, we don't have any political party that is center. When are we going to get that centered party? That centered party will come soon, because there are people talking about it. The common sense movement from Aaron Gunn might be a good thing for British Columbia. If he starts up his own political party, this will be a center party for Canada. British Columbia at least. This party is all about you. So check out Aaron Gunn. Take a look at him. He has my support when he starts anything in British Columbia for a British Columbian party, if he does. I really hope he does. PPC, they have my support. Candace, from the Conservative, she has my support. Pierre, from the Conservative Party, he has my support. These are people and groups I support because they look at Canadians. They see what we want. But I still look at this way. What are you going to do to fix the problem? Until I give you 100% of my support to one person or party, tell me, explain to me how you're going to fix the problem. Me, my family, and friends, we've sat around. We've talked about the problem. We've tried to figure out the problem. So one day, we will sit there and we will explain how to fix some problems. We know how to help with drought, bringing water out to areas where it's needed. The infrastructure can be placed pretty fast in. We've talked about how to end hunger. That's not that big of a problem. It's pretty easy to do too. So there's a lot of other things. We can even turn Africa green again. Get it away from being a desert. But the elites don't want it. Liberals and Democrats, the globalists don't want it. Why? Because they are greedy, self-centered pigs who are just there to keep the citizens fighting against each other so you do not see what they are doing behind the scenes. So now, everybody, we're going to let you go, and we'll probably see you again later. Well, most likely if we don't get banned, because we all know what YouTube is about, getting rid of anybody who hates Democrats or liberals. Well, we don't hate them. We like our family that are Democrats and liberals. We like the ones that are decent people who don't do violent things. We just don't like the far lefts and the extremists from the far left. That saying, have a great, wonderful day, and I hope everybody on both sides of the spectrum live long and can get over the depression, the hatred, and learn to get along and party. Have fun. But how about this one? Instead of a freedom rally, instead of a freedom protest, let's start protesting for unity. Uniting the people, bringing us together as one group. Stop fighting each other. It is pointless to do that. Arguing, doxing, that is one of the worst things in the world, actually, doxing somebody. Please stop that. It is not a good way to go, because that can cause you problems too. But anyways, let's just be kind, nice to everyone out there. Sometimes people lose their tempers. That's all right. And also remember, everybody has their own opinion and they're entitled to their own opinion. You're just not entitled to force it onto others. You can protest peacefully, but you're not allowed to protest violently like the far left extremists are doing on the anti-freedom ground. These people are getting very dangerous. Well, I keep blabbing on, but I better let you guys go. Have a good one, and take care.